Hi everyone, John here from All Miniatures Great and Small, and this is just a quick video to show you some new things I picked up from Shapeways. I have kind of a Shapeways addiction right now. So I got this order in the mail this week and I wanted to show you guys what I picked up. This time I ordered strictly 270 scale spaceships. So this is X-Wing, FFG X-Wing scale stuff. So you could use it in your games of X-Wing if you came up with your own stats and whatnot. And I'll talk about that a little bit later. But anyway, so I picked it up first. In my last Shapeways video, I showed you this guy. And this is a 270 scale Starfighter from Buck Rogers. They call it the Thunder Fighter. Buck Rogers Starfighter or Directorate Fighter, or whatever you want to call it. So I picked that up and then I wanted to get some more. So one thing I picked up was the bad guy fighter from Buck Rogers. So you may remember this. This is the Draconian Marauder. And I ordered everything in FUD, which is the Frosted Ultra Detail. So this is the bad guy. I'll pop up an image of the ship from the show, but it's very cool. I'll have the Shapeway stores for all of these models down below in the description, so you guys, if you want to check it out, you certainly can. So I picked up a Draconian Marauder. Continuing my Buck Rogers theme, I picked up a pirate fighter. I don't know if this thing has an official name or whatever, but it appeared in a couple of episodes. It's kind of notable because you can tell that it was made out of parts from an F-15, or sorry, an F-14 Tomcat and a Cobra helicopter. And it's really cool. I kind of like it. Again, from Buck Rogers. Cool stuff. Next up, the last thing from Buck Rogers itself is the Hawkman Fighter. So, silly as it got, Buck Rogers had a good friend called Hawkman, I believe, and he had a really cool fighter. That's what I remember most about the show. I couldn't remember anything about the character except his name, but I remember that he had a really cool spaceship, and so I picked that up. So quality on this one is pretty good, although I kind of wish there was more detail on the wings. Let's see if I can get that focused for you. Not too much detail as far as the paneling. So that is the Hawkman Fighter. Next up, I continued with my 80s science fiction theme here, and I picked up some Colonial Vipers. So I got a little set of, I think, 4 of these, just because they were not very expensive. They were quite affordable. So these are Colonial Vipers from the original Battlestar Galactica. Now, Vipers themselves are really small, so they're much smaller than an X-Wing. They're more on par with a A-Wing as far as size. So I imagine they would have similar stats. But even against the Buck Rogers ship, you can see it's small. So I'm assuming on Shapeways these are the right scale. They look small, but the Viper's always been kind of a small fighter. I also picked up, this guy's even smaller, a Mark II Viper from the rebooted Battlestar Galactica. I guess it's not that new anymore, but the Ron Moore Battlestar Galactica. So that's the Mark II Viper. And this one has, I think, a little bit more detail than this one, but it's even smaller. And stats-wise, again, you're going to go with something similar to an A-Wing. Continuing with my Battlestar Galactica theme, I picked up a Cylon Raider. Actually got a couple of these guys. They're a decent size, and you can see the size comparison between the Raider and the Viper. But the Cylon Raider has 3 pilots in it, so you'd figure it's going to be bigger than the Viper anyway. The detail on this kit's really neat. I'm looking forward to getting some primer on it and seeing what I can do as far as paint. I'll have to look for some third-party decals as well, maybe. And then, last but not least, from one of my all-time favorite 80s movies is the last Starfighter. So I picked up the Gunstar. So this kit, this one was pricey, but it's big, it's thick, it's not hollow, and it is pretty cool. I love the Gunstar, and this is a very nice reproduction of it. The only thing I'm not sure of is this canopy, this cockpit area here. Let's see if I can get that in focus for you. There are no like canopy frame lines or anything like that, so that's either going to have to be free-handed or a decal or something to get the canopy looking correct. But otherwise, let's get that back in focus. I like it a lot. So that's my order. I just got some toys from Shapeways. The very cool Gunstar, the Cylon Raiders, Mark II Viper, regular Viper, pirate ship, the Draconian Marauder, good old Hawkman. Got some more. So there you go. Those are my Shapeways latest acquisitions. I'm looking forward to getting these out. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, go ahead and subscribe. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys think about this. Do you guys like Shapeways? Do you like these iconic fighters from the 80s? And if you do, what do you think the stats should be? I'm thinking about doing some videos or some content about that to get these out on the table. As always, thanks for watching. Keep on wargaming.